The girl was invited by her best friend to stay temporarily in a centuries-old mysterious mansion, but the moment she stepped through the door, she noticed that all the servants were staring at her in a very strange way. At first, she didn't take it too seriously. However, when she saw the owner of the mansion, she was shocked because the man standing in front of her looked exactly like the lover who often appeared in her dreams. But right then, her best friend told her that this man was actually her fiancé. Hearing this, the girl immediately snapped back to reality and began convincing herself that maybe he just looked like the man from her dreams, nothing more. But she didn't notice at all that as soon as the man walked away, he secretly turned back and looked at her, as if he already knew her from before. At night, when the girl was roaming in the hall, her eyes suddenly stopped on a wedding photo kept in the living room. Because the girl beside the man in the picture looked exactly like her, just as she was about to look carefully at the bride's face, the butler immediately stopped her and said, "Please don't randomly touch anything in this mansion, otherwise you'll regret it." Hearing this, the girl apologized to the butler and quietly left. But as soon as she left, the man came there. When he pushed aside the flowers placed in front of the picture, it was revealed that the girl standing in the photo was no one else but that same girl. Meanwhile, the butler brought the girl to her room, but the girl was shocked to see that inside the room, not one or two, but a full 100 limited edition dresses were kept, and all in her exact size. The butler reminded her that the owner had specially prepared all these clothes just for her. Hearing this, the girl was quite surprised, because the owner seemed cold and arrogant on the outside, but now she realized that deep down, he was actually very thoughtful. To her surprise, he had even prepared soft candies for her, saying that if she ever felt dizzy at night, she could eat them. Hearing this, the girl was completely shocked, because she does have a problem of feeling dizzy when she wakes up at night, and not even her best friend knew about this. So how did the owner know? That night, while the girl was sleeping, her lover appeared in her dream once again. But this time, as he came closer, the girl's fingers left scratch marks on his arms. When she woke up in the morning, she was dying of embarrassment, but then she reminded herself that it was just a dream. However, when she went downstairs, she noticed that there were actual scratch marks on the man's hand. Seeing this, her mind was completely blown. But before she could understand anything, the man simply glanced at her and then slowly started walking towards her, which scared her. But he had only come to return the bag she had dropped, so the girl immediately took the bag and left, convincing herself that maybe she was overthinking. But as soon as she walked out of the gate, the man's car stopped right in front of her. The man sitting inside asked her to get in. The girl hesitated at first, but she couldn't refuse the owner and was forced to sit in his car. The man took her straight to his company and made a high-profile entry with her in front of all the employees. Seeing this, everyone around them started gossiping, assuming that they were in a relationship. As soon as they entered the elevator, the man wrapped the girl in his arms. Seeing this, the girl panicked and said, "I'm your fiancé's friend." So the man let her go and told his assistant to arrange a job for her in the company. At dinner that night, the girl still couldn't figure out what exactly was going on in the man's mind, so she kept reminding herself that she needed to maintain distance from him. A little while later, the man said he had to take a phone call, so taking advantage of the moment, she decided that she would leave as soon as he stepped out. But as soon as she stood up, she suddenly started feeling dizzy and realized that something had been mixed into her glass of water. Now, what happens next? To find out, like the video.